What it is, homeboy? It's your player partner, the kid. And I'm officially back. With another episode of YouTube Therapy Sessions with the Kid, also known as Stream of Consciousness with the Kid. Yeah, I'm back, man. And today is a very special episode indeed because to celebrate the fact that everybody says I look like a black Stone Cold Steve Austin, and to celebrate the fact that the bionic redneck himself, the rattlesnake, returned this past weekend at WrestleMania 37 against Kevin Owens in a no holds barred match that I did not get to see, but I watched the highlights of on YouTube. We're going to count down or talk about or discuss or count down. Yeah. Stone Cold's greatest rivalries while in the WWE, man. Greatest rivalries. Greatest feuds. Whatever you want to call it. That's what we're talking about today on YouTube Therapy Sessions with the Kid. And I'm so glad to be back. I just needed a moment to step away and collect myself. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into it. My first person that I'm going to talk about in my greatest rivalries in Stone Cold's career is Kurt Angle. Yes, Kurt Angle. The music you just heard, and I was mouthing the words "you suck" to in the second part of my intro there. Kurt Angle is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. He is in my top five wrestlers of all time. And I felt him and Stone Cold had great chemistry anytime they feuded with one another. Whether Kurt Angle was a babyface or Stone Cold was a heel or vice versa. Because when Stone Cold did make that infamous heel turn at WrestleMania 17, I believe it was, during his second WrestleMania main event with The Rock, when he shook Vince McMahon's hand. Um, yeah. Stone Cold feuded with Kurt Angle as a heel and Kurt Angle being the babyface after that took place. And I still thought Stone Cold did an amazing job as a heel, even though he was still getting cheered very, very loudly. But as I said, I thought they had fabulous chemistry. The little backstage vignettes with Kurt and Stone Cold and Vince McMahon would be in them sometimes too. The little comedy segments were just comedy gold. I thought the dynamic of Stone Cold and Kurt Angle, as Stone Cold as a heel and Kurt Angle being the babyface, I thought it worked well together. I know everybody really didn't agree with the whole invasion storyline and how that was played out on WWE television, but I enjoyed the Stone Cold Kurt Angle feud with Stone Cold as the heel and Kurt Angle as the babyface. I did. And I also thought their styles of wrestling in the ring meshed together very well. Stone Cold being the all-out brawler, kick-ass guy, and of course Kurt Angle being the legendary, storied gold medal Olympian. I thought their styles did not clash, but very oppositely meshed very well together in the ring, and they had very good matches together. So, I think that is the fourth best of Stone Cold's rivalries in the WWE. And the third one is I guess I will pay my respects to Triple H since he had the cardiac event, but we now have more information about what it was. So I'm not going to downplay Triple H's medical issues because they were serious enough to where he can no longer be a active wrestler in the ring. Yes, he retired. He retired at this past WrestleMania. So I am going to give Triple H his props for a legendary in-ring career. And I'm going to give him his props because he had one of the best rivalries with Stone Cold. Um, they had one of the most just vicious, long, bloody, bloodthirsty, violent rivalries in WWE history. There's that famous, I think they had 3 stages of hell match, I believe. And of course, there's an infamous storyline where Stone Cold gets run over with the car because, in the words of Bruce Pitchford, if that motherfucker's bald and got a goatee, well, you got to hit that motherfucker with a car. Don't try this shit with me though. Nuh-uh. Nah. And if you do, you better make sure I can't get up. But yeah, the infamous storyline when Stone Cold gets ran over by a car by a mystery assailant. Months and months go by. Commissioner Mick Foley's trying to solve the case of who ran down Stone Cold Steve Austin. And we find out it's Rikishi, but in the end, we really find out that Triple H paid off Rikishi to do it. And that's when the most long, storied, notable portion of the rivalry between Triple H and Stone Cold takes off after that point there. And Stone Cold gets his revenge on Triple H by trapping him inside of a car, which he then rams into with the forklift, pinning Triple H into the car. He lifts the car to a very tall height and drops the car while Triple H is inside of it, while Triple H screams, "Oh shit!" So yeah, if you ain't seen none of this stuff, go to YouTube, go to the WWE Network if you got it, and look at all of it. Look at all these rivalries and all the stuff that took place in these rivalries because they're great. It's the best period of wrestling ever. WWE Attitude Era. Attitude Era. That sounds like a good name for a WWE game. They should have named that one of their games back in the day. But anyway, Attitude Era, however you want to say it. Yeah, go watch stuff from the Attitude Era. Number 2 in my greatest Stone Cold rivalries is Vince McMahon. This is a rivalry that blew up Stone Cold and Vince McMahon's career as a character on TV. Just classic wrestling television. Stone Cold filling up Vince McMahon's convertible with cement. Stone Cold spraying down Vince McMahon and his flunkies with beer out of a beer truck with a water hose attached to it that sprays out beer. Uh, Stone Cold dragging Vince McMahon into the middle of a WWE ring with a prop gun, thinking that Vince McMahon was going to have his brains splattered all over the ring on national television. Just so many moments between Vince McMahon and Stone Cold. Vince McMahon had Stone Cold arrested about 5 times. um, Stone Cold attacked Vince McMahon when he was in the hospital, hits him in the head with a bedpan, and shoves a thermometer up his you know where. So yeah, Vince McMahon and Stone Cold, the rivalry that started it all, the rivalry that uh, increased WWE's ratings to the max and ended the Monday Night Wars with WCW. Stone Cold versus Big Vince McMahon. And the number one of my greatest rivalries in the career of one Stone Cold Steve Austin is if you smell but The Rock is cooking. It's The Rock, man. The Rock held a funeral for Stone Cold on WWE Raw. What more can I say? A real live funeral with the casket, dirt, the whole nine works, with Stone Cold's picture set up somewhere close by or inside the casket or something. And delivered a whole disrespectful ass eulogy about Stone Cold. Funny as hell. Had a fresh ass suit, wearing Stone Cold's smoking skull belt under the suit. Just classic shit. And then Stone Cold interrupts his own funeral by running over Rocky's brand new Lincoln Continental with a Stone Cold Steve Austin monster truck. So yeah, man, we celebrating Stone Cold and him having a proper last match, or who knows, it might not be his last match. He may pop up in Saudi Arabia or something for one of those super shows. Who knows? But I was just glad to see him back. Shout out to Kevin Owens for putting Stone Cold over and having a great, fantastic match with Stone Cold for his first match in almost 20 years. And just shout out to Stone Cold Steve Austin. One of the best. He's not the best. Sting is still the best, but Stone Cold is number 2 in my book. So shout out to Steve Austin. Do I look like a black Stone Cold to y'all? Put it in the comments and let me know. It's the kid. I'm glad to be back. More shit is coming. Be on the lookout for it. For now, I'm out.